Hi, this is Jessica Kay. Thank you for joining me today. And if you like what you hear, like, subscribe, drop a comment. So recently, I've been waking up with so much going on in my mind. Lots of plans for my day, plans for my future. And part of me wants to do everything at once. And when I start digging into that, it gets really overwhelming. Like I want to do all of these things and I don't have enough time to do everything, and then the mind starts spinning. And I've realized that just a few moments of this can quickly lead me to feeling disempowered and like I just want to go take a nap. Like I woke up with all this energy and now I don't have any. So what I've started doing when my mind slips into that wanting to plan mode is to stop, connect deeply in my heart, do my archangel meditation, connecting to my archangels, Mother Earth, Father Divine, and just being still in that moment. And in that moment of stillness and peace, I rest. And just resting in that moment. You know, we talk a lot about being in the present moment and how it holds all the jewels. Well, it does. That stillness, that moment of just breathing. I feel the expansion. I feel the openness to possibilities, the openness of divine synchronicity. And I feel more connected to my higher self, to that part of me that planned this whole life journey out. I feel in alignment with what I'm supposed to be doing for my soul purpose and my mission. Even though I may not be able to spit it out right that moment, I feel in alignment. My energy feels like it is sitting in that moment. And from that place, I then ask myself, what is the next best thing for me to do? So moving into my activity, moving throughout my day in a very conscious way. And for some of us, you know, it's not always so clear. It can still be confusing. And that's where I have used a pendulum before. I have used energy testing. And there's lots of great YouTube videos on how to dowse and how to do energy testing. But I recommend, if you're needing clarity, to use one of those methods and put out some options. Is this the next best thing for me to do? And getting a yes or no. Is this the next best thing for me to do? Yes or no. And I know when I land on that right thing, I feel a surge of energy and it's almost like my being is propelled into doing it. I don't have to effort. It is effortless. So it's how are we using our energy, using our guidance, using our tools, using our skill set to be in that flow. Sometimes it's not always easy and things are not always clear. And that's why we have these tools and we have these different skill sets to help us discern. And discernment is so important. We can feel inspired and want to move forward and reach our goals. And if we don't have the discernment to know, is answering this call the right decision right now? Is going into the other room the right decision? I know I often find myself kind of wandering around the house. All of a sudden, you know, I put this intention, I want to do this thing, and then I end up in the kitchen and it's like, oh, this is where I have all the need. I left my phone in the kitchen and I wanted to record a video. So I need to go into the kitchen to get the phone to record the video. So that's where that deep trust. Oftentimes our being is moving in those places and we overthink like, oh, I don't need to go to the kitchen. That's not where I record my videos. That's exactly where I needed to go. So that trust of I have connected to my higher guidance. I am moving in flow. I know the next best thing for me to do is to record this video. And in order to accomplish that task, I need to go into the kitchen and get my phone. So when we are aligned to what we're supposed to be doing, when we are aligned to that higher guidance, we move in that direction. So it's wonderful to decide, you know, I want to do something that is going to help me on my mission today. What is the next best step that I need to take? And then following that through. And once we decide make that decision that we're moving in that way, everything follows behind us. And we find that we can complete all the things that we needed to complete in the allotted time with ease and joy and grace. So this is being open to receiving early on in the day, one of the first things of the day, and then allowing that wisdom that came through to guide us throughout our day so that we are not being pulled around by different competing energies. I'm very empathic. So I'll be, decided I need to go on a walk today, spend some time in nature. And that's like, oh, maybe I should call this person, or maybe I should do this thing. And it's all of these different energies pulling on me. My friend really wants me to call them, but that's not the next best thing for me to do right now. The next best thing for me to do is to go out into nature. So that's where, especially being an empath, is this my desire or is this an external desire coming to me? So only choosing those things that I want to do. Of course, I want to talk to my friend. Now may not be the moment. It may be tomorrow. So really being in control of your energy and your time and your day is about understanding what the next best thing is, coming into alignment with what our being actually wants, and being able to discern what is mine, what is somebody else's. And then we can start seeing like, wow, I haven't thought about calling that person in weeks. Why all of a sudden do I feel like I need to do it right now? Maybe I don't need to do it right now. And that's where I check in. Oh, no, I don't need to do it right now. This is not mine. And I'll put that on the list and allow that flow to come through. When is the best time for me to do this? So by getting real clear about what our needs and wants are, getting real clear about where those priorities are coming from, and really turning off a lot of that outside noise, and just checking in. Is this the next best thing for me to do? Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. And I know that when I'm in flow, when I've connected with my higher self and my guides, I am more apt to do things that are in alignment with my highest guidance. And I can really ascertain when things are not a part of that, when it is coming from external. And anytime there's confusion, if I have the presence of mind to check in and say, is this something external coming through? Yes. Okay, great. I'll mark that down. Something I can do in the future is make a phone call to my friend. But for right now, the most important thing for me to do for my being, my energy, my mission is to go walk in nature. So providing ourselves with this clarity, helping us identify those energetic boundaries a little bit stronger between us and them. And that allows us to pull deeper into our own being, our own needs, our own self-care. So that when we do reach out to those friends, those family members, whatever we may be doing, it is of our own volition, is of our own desire, and the outcome of those interactions is much different. We don't feel drained. If we're interacting with somebody because, empathically, I'm picking that up that they want to talk to me, but my energy may be low, I am giving out of an empty cup. And that's where it's like, I'm tired. I didn't really want to talk to this person. And negative feelings can arise. But when I'm willing to feed myself first, have that overflowing cup, then that joy of spreading that extra energy and love is there. And our interactions are much more positive. So this is just different steps for us to take control of our lives and our energy and our power, and seeing how much that can shift our well-being, how we feel about ourselves, and how we feel about being on mission and purpose. I can say that is the number one question that I get when I'm doing galactic astrology, when I'm working with different clients, is I don't feel like I'm on purpose. I'm exhausted. I feel overwhelmed. And when we look at their charts, when we discuss further, they are directly on purpose. They're doing exactly what they need to do. But because they're not able to conserve their energy and they're not engaging in enough self-care, they feel exhausted, run down, overwhelmed, and not like they're doing what they're supposed to do. So they just feel bad. And that's why I've been doing more and more of these discussions is we are on purpose. We are doing what we're supposed to do. And we just need to take care of ourselves a little bit more each day so that we can really feel that flow and we can really feel the goodness of being on mission, so that we can really know exactly where we are and what we're doing. So I just encourage you, if you're feeling tired and overwhelmed, you are doing your mission, you are doing your purpose. Your higher self is here. This was all planned out. And if we can be more aware of what we're doing with our time and our energy, we can reduce that overwhelm and exhaustion and feel into that flow more deeply and know that we are doing our mission and doing our purpose. And we can feel better about this life, because every day that we wake up, every day that we are alive, we are fulfilling our mission and purpose. Anchoring these high level energies into our being, into our earth, and sharing them in every interaction, in every space we go, in every place we are, in every situation we are, that is on mission. The impact that our energies are having is so huge and so meaningful. It is effortless. So take a little bit more time for yourself so you can step back and truly see the impact that you're having. Thank you so much for everything you do every day. Thank you for being here. Your life is important. Everything you do is important, whether we realize the divinity behind it. So remember that. Remember that you're important and you're special and that your life matters. Thank you for joining me today. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Lots of love.